Good morning, YouTube. Here with you on a Friday morning. I'm barely here. Let's turn this around a little bit. I had a rough day yesterday. Really rough. I'm not going to go into a lot of details, but suffice to say, I went to visit Mom yesterday at my normal time. She wasn't doing good at all. She's having the same basic problems she had before with the urinary tract and UTI. Okay, that and then she's having other problems up there. It's just a lot of different things. I guess the way I understand it, the nursing homes have been a little bit complacent maybe in taking care of this and getting her to the doctor like she should be. My sister's really upset, and of course I am too, but I tend to take it in stride, I guess, better than she does. But while I was there, my sister did call and ask how she was, and I told her. I said she's just, basically she would go from her laying on her side on the bed to the bathroom, and of course she couldn't go, and then she'd come back and would try to sit down. She'd try to sit in her chair, she'd try to sit on the bed, and she was just going back and forth. And finally, you know, the only way she could actually get fairly comfortable was laying on her side, and she couldn't sit down normally. She had to kind of go down at an angle. It was really bad. It was pretty bad. So my sister called the hospital, I guess, and they got the ambulance over there, took her to the hospital. I went with her, and we spent probably, I'm going to say, 6 hours at the hospital. They had to put a catheter in, and it was it was very painful for her, I know, because I could hear her. I wasn't in the room, but like I said, it was just it was pretty bad. And like I said, time we got back, it was dark, and I basically made sure she was in her bed and in her room, and then I left. And like I said, she was a lot more comfortable. I'll put it that way. She was she slept most of the time she was there after they did that, so I think she needed to get some rest. She didn't look good at all when I got there originally. And so anyway, that's I guess the hospital kind of reprimanded the nursing home a little bit on, you know, not being more attentive to her needs. And so now she has an appointment, I think, for OBGYN, or whatever they call that. I used to call them gynecologists when I was younger. That's what they were, so I don't know. But anyway, that's, I think, Monday, and my sister's, I guess, been there. And so anyway, that was my day yesterday. It was a long day. I slept pretty good. I went to bed around 10:30, I think, and slept until 8 this morning. So it was okay. I did pretty good on that. I couldn't just come home and go to bed. It was about 8 or 8:30 the time I got home, and so I just I stayed on the computer and did some stuff. I had thanks to ZB, I can't never think of his name on his handle, but I'll flash it up on the screen. He had sent a link. He's good on sending links, and one of the ones he sent was for using Videopad in Linux under Wine, the emulator. And I thought, well, I'll give that a try. And I had, before I left to go visit Mom, I had already got it installed, and I thought, well, I'll try that same test that I did with all the rest, and you know, the render speed test, and I'm going to post the results up on the screen. Now, as you can see, on the background here is a nice flowing river. I worked on that this morning. That was done with Videopad in Linux, you know, running under Wine again. and I'm having a little problems getting the registration set for it. I'm a registered user of Videopad, and of course, you know, under Linux it may not be exactly the same thing, but I'm going to try to get it registered and make sure that's taken care of. I went over to Windows and got all the information I needed to register the Linux version, you know, using my registration code, and hopefully that will work. And that's version 7.03 if I get this working. If you see this, it probably worked. So anyway, otherwise I may use Shotcut, but I would tell you if I did. But like I said, that was yesterday, that was last night, and I managed to get the time that you see on the screen there pretty darn good. I was impressed. Now the actual time I didn't measure, but I looked at the clock when I hit the encode button in Videopad or render, whatever you want to call it, export, and it was like at 10:25, and then when it finished it said 10:29, but it turned to 10:30 right at the same, you know, just as soon as I stopped looking away, it turned to 10:30. So I assumed it was around 5, or, you know, 4:57, something like that. It was pretty close in that range. So it would have been that or less. So, you know, anywho, that's pretty good time, and of course the file size is good too. I checked the video quality. I'm not going to post it here, but the video quality was fine. Looked just like the rest of them. And so I think that's going to be my answer. If I can figure out now the way it works with the files is a little bit different, because Videopad thinks there's a C drive and things like that. But so far I've been able to find everything and get that going, so that's been pretty good. Out for delivery today is my Logitech webcam. Also, there is an item coming from Amazon that you will be seeing a review on soon. It is a GPS unit. One of the Chinese companies contacted me and asked me if I wanted to do this. It's a 7-inch GPS tablet, not tablet, but GPS unit that fits on your windshield. And so I'm going to review that and check that out. It's supposed to be out for delivery also, so that will be coming in. That will be coming up soon, I'm sure. So of course, I haven't done anything with this, but it's nice and hard now. That should hold it really well. I've got to run a extension wire for this, get over to where it goes, but that won't be a problem to do it all. And like I say, the switch works fine, and I'm sure it works as far as contacting everything as well. So that's going good, and maybe this week sometime I can get back to this Philco and get this fired up and tried out and see how that works. Got a little cold spell to deal with this weekend. I think Sunday and Monday is supposed to be, highs is only supposed to be in the low 20s, so that won't be fun. I think it's cold today. It was cold last night. But anyway, that's neither here nor there, I guess. But like I said, it's I think that's all that's going on. Other than the like I say, items out for. I may add to this later. I don't know. It depends on how this goes. I've got to, after I do this, I've got to go back in and put this in with the footage of the river flowing. You know, that was something else I noticed. I was talking to Bob about that. It takes much longer to render scenes like that. And I think that was a 6-minute clip that I did, and it took a good bit longer to render that than it did, you know, when I used the transitions and other things. And so I'm just wondering, you know, I go back in there, I'm going to do another render I'm going to put some clips together, the 6-minute clips, and do a longer thing. So I want to see how that works out as well. So that's coming up as far as what I've got to do. And then, so I don't know when this will be uploaded or anything like that. Got a lot to do to get it to go and stuff like that. So you'll see it when I get done, I guess. But anyway, that's it. That's about it. And I know you guys that's got the books, though I haven't forgot about the books. I've been thinking about those. I'm going to make some boxes here up very soon and get those to the post office. And I probably will go ahead and just send them out, and then you guys can reimburse me for the postage if you want, whatever. so that may be coming up as well. But like I said, that will be happening. Still, you know, yes, when I have a day like yesterday, it really kind of sets me back for a week or so. And like I said, my knee's been acting up anyway, and it's been my left knee, which is kind of strange. It's usually my right knee that messes up, but anyway, that's that. So I think that's going to cover everything that I have going on now. Can't believe I did a short video for a change, but that's not really short, but you know, haven't talked my head off. But I thought I'd try this little river thing flowing and put me in a corner somewhere and see how that looks, and then I could flash up images on the screen just like you've seen the one for the comparison of the times on the Linux or on the videos, and so that's going to be interesting to play around with. So now that I have Videopad back to work with, it won't be quite as bad, because it's not exactly the same as it is in Windows, but it's pretty close. It's so I say once I get it registered and all that stuff, I think it'll be working fine. Did have a little problem with OBS Studio today. I went to change one of the settings, and when I did, the whole thing just went off, and then it would not come back on. I tried everything I could think of. I reinstalled it, uninstalled it, then reinstalled it. Wouldn't come back. Finally, what I did to get it back was to take and not use the software manager to reinstall it, but use the app get in the terminal to get it that way, and it started working then. But I could not go through the auto config. It would not go through the connecting to the server at the end. It would not connect. So I don't know what the problem is there. I did put the stream key back in again, so I don't know. We'll see, I guess, but I'll probably figure that out. I don't know. Carl's going to be working with me, I think, sometime, and we're going to be working with some. You may see some live streams up just to do some test live streams and things like that. And we're trying to work with the OBS Studio and get that going. And this is basically Carl's helping me out with getting this going to do this with Bob when the boards come in for the BDST. And so that's what we're going to try to do. So I have talked long enough. You guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see ya.